the fuck? Sorry, I just got like a massive spider on my head. Sorry. Just like, what the fuck? Okay. Oh, God. So many freaking spiders today out. It's this freaking weather. It's like muggy. I don't know. Anyway, well, I'm really worried that that's gone like, I don't know, somewhere in my bra or something. Oh well, we'll find out. We'll be right back.
Jade is the girl of the hour.
Beautiful creatures, welcome back to my channel. My name's Jade and this is my channel Girl of the Hour. Thank you so much for coming and watching. I'm really happy to have you all here today yet again for another episode. Today I'm going to be talking about my version of veganism and whether I am vegan or I am just well, let's say faking it, according to the vegan community. So yeah, let's have a chat about that. This has been a really big topic of conversation recently, especially with you know, like my workplace and other vegans, in regards to what I do and whether that is right or wrong. And I just wanted to have a bit of a discussion about it today so that you can kind of have a bit of insight as to why I've decided to do veganism the way that I have. Yeah, I'm in my backyard today, so this is my beautiful, my backyard. It's really nice actually. It's quite nice to come out here and just reflect, which is often what I do. So I thought, you know what, why not film in some beautiful like greenery today, because it's really nice. Yeah, basically I have been on and off vegetarian vegan for the past 7 years now. It has been a really interesting journey. I have been vegan solidly for the past 3 years, where I haven't had any dairy product or animal product or yeah, just basically any animal product for the last 3 years, in terms of digestion, unless in a situation in which I had to, which I'll explain in a second. But yeah, so basically it's been the best journey for me. It has been the best thing for my dietary. I feel like I have improved immensely in terms of my body and the way that I function as a human since being vegan vegetarian. But I don't believe it is for everyone, which I will also explain. And you know, it has really changed my life. So yeah, so basically I will talk about my version of veganism to start off with. So you know, veganism is obviously a non-consuming of animal products, like all animal products, including dairy, eggs, meat, obviously, any sort of animal product in general. Yeah, it's non-consumption of any animal product, which I follow by to some extent. I don't consume any animal products digestively, so through eating, or also I don't apply any animal products to myself, so no like creams or ointments or like oils or anything along those lines, or you know, I don't use soaps or shampoos that are made of animal products. I don't use any sort of animal product on my skin or digestively, because I feel like that is something that I don't want to do for myself. I felt, like I said, my digestive has been so much better since I've been vegan, and I also think putting like animal products on the skin is just, you know, it's not for me. It's for some people, I understand that, but for in my term, I don't know, it's just not really something that I would do, really. But yeah, so I do, however, recycle. I'm a really big recycler. I try and recycle as much as possible, in every sense of the word. I like the idea of using something that's already here and not using something new, which is why I do recycle leather, which is controversy. Everyone's gonna be going crazy over this because I'm not vegan now. Yeah. I recycle leather. I buy secondhand leather. It has to be at least from the 2000s and back. So I have a few 70s pair of shoes, and I have a few 90s pair of shoes as well that are either leather or snakeskin, that I recycle. So I bought them secondhand at a vintage shop, and I felt like, you know, I feel like to myself that me purchasing something like that is actually, I don't know, I show a lot of gratitude to these things. I absolutely love my shoes, which if you have seen my Instagram, you would know this because I live in boots or bare feet pretty much. But I absolutely adore my shoes, and I think that me having so much admiration in something so beautiful is not putting it to waste. So it's not going to be binned, or it's not going to be used by someone who's going to leave it in the wardrobe and never use it again. I'm using it every single day, and I really take pride in them, and I think they are the most beautiful thing on the planet. So I think that's really good recycling. Now a lot of people have said that this is contributing to obviously the trademark industry of producing leather or snakeskin products, which I completely understand, but this is why I have a time limit. Is I would never buy secondhand new leather. Firstly, I would never buy a new pair of leather or snakeskin, and you know, I feel like these animals have died in the process of this 20-30 years ago, and unfortunately I do not have the power to change that, which is why I am, you know, valuing the product that I have secondhand, and I'm not taking something new. So I'm not killing something right now for my own consumption. I'm merely just recycling something that's already unfortunately been killed, which is horrible, but it's true. And yeah, I feel like in myself that's where my values lie. That's where I feel like my line is with veganism, is that I recycle till the cows come home. And I also think that, you know, I can also be morally and ethically valued from doing that. Like I don't think that makes me the worst person on the planet, because I'm not technically by the vegan rules. But I understand everyone's opinion. I understand the way that people have said that that's incorrect, or that's wrong, or that's not vegan, which is why these days I've kind of been altering the way that I think about myself. I don't like to put labels on myself, but obviously in society that's kind of what it's like, is we have to label ourselves, which is really ridiculous. But that's why I've kind of been going towards a more kind of naturalist route. So I'm a bit of a naturalist now. So I've kind of, if anyone's been asking, I'm like, yeah, well, you know, I don't eat any animal product, but I am a naturalist. So I do recycle animal product. I do go on bush treks quite often, and when I go on bush treks, if I find something I can recycle, so this is going to sound really bizarre, but I have gone on a bush trek with a few friends before, and we have gotten or seen roadkill, or a animal that has passed unfortunately by natural causes or by other animals, and we have basically used we have cut open its body to use its bones. Reason being is because the environment will completely consume everything else. So it will consume its flesh, you know, its veins, organs. It will literally take absolutely everything, including skin and everything, but it will not take the bones. So the bones are often left. So I will often take the bones, and I will make something gloriously beautiful out of it, whether it be a piece of jewelry or something to go on one of my hats, or, you know, a piece that will go on my wall, or just something absolutely amazing. So I recycle in that sort of way as well, which is technically, I guess you would call taxidermy, sort of, which, you know, is also not by the vegan code, but I think that, you know, I'm making something unfortunately that has passed really beautiful, and I'm valuing that piece so much. Like I have a possum skull that, you know, was literally like everything had been eaten except for the body of this possum. It was just laying there in the middle of the bush, like completely untouched, and I picked up the skull and I was like, wow, this is so beautiful. So I blessed it, and I've been wearing it ever since. So, you know, that sort of stuff is so important to me. So yeah, So basically that's kind of my version of veganism. I do have honey because I get it off a bee farm that is my friend's. I know how she does her farming of the bees, and it is completely ethical and environmental, and the bees do not get harmed. So I do consume honey because I feel like it's really good for me. I basically do what I think is best for me. In saying that, like I said, not saying this is best for everyone, not saying that this is me enforcing my opinion of what is vegan and what's not. This is just the way that I live my life, and like I said, now I've been kind of going by this whole like naturalist term because it seems to fit more correctly with myself. So yeah, so basically that's what it's like for me being vegan. Is it hard? No. I eat so many vegetables, legumes, grains, rice, all those sort of things, which is, I mean, it's the best. As long as you're eating a variety of different vegetables, legumes, grains, nuts, seeds, you'll thrive. Well, I'll thrive. Most people will thrive. There are people who I think consume meat. Do I think it's the way of the future? Yeah, I mean, I do. I think non-consumption of as much meat is the way of the future. I think the way that animal agriculture is disgusting, and it's ruining a lot for human health. It's also ruining a lot for the environment. It's ruining a lot for animal health as well. So you know, it's kind of got a lot of negatives. But in saying that, the way that I live my life, I don't know whether that's, you know, that's a completely positive outlook, whether I should be, you know, buying secondhand leather, or whether I should be recycling animal product. I'm not sure whether that's right or wrong, but all I know is that it's right. It's right for me. So yeah, I don't think I'm faking being vegan. I just think that I'm doing the best that I can, which is what I think we try to do as humans, is we try to do the best that we can. And I think it's important that we value that in people as well, is that everyone is trying to do the best that they can. And yeah, I think that I'm doing the right thing for me at this point in time, in this lifetime. So yeah, so basically I'm not going to say I'm vegan, I'm not going to say I'm faking it, I'm just going to say that I'm a naturalist! Yeah. Natural living! Yeah. Nature! Oh. Yeah, so thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you guys in the near future. Very excited. Like, share, comment, subscribe on my YouTube channel, and please let me know of any videos that you would like to watch in the near future.